I'm here with the lovely Elhoisa.
Lovely would be.
It's a lovely. I know Elhoisa from outside the expo. I've known Elhoisa for a little while.
Yeah.
Elhoisa has the most amazing set of crystal singing bowls,
I do.
and
22 of them.
22 of them. And she plays the most beautiful music with them. So Elhoisa, you're here at the expo, and I know one of the things that you've been into for a very long time is the Mayan kind of thing. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it hasn't been a long time. I was actually initiated in 2010 by the first Mayan elder. Her name is Simet Maya. She works in France, and she basically taught me the art and the importance of starting to bring this wisdom and this knowledge back out into the Western world. Because as you know, with a lot of the Mayan stuff, until recent time, with many of these, let's just say, mystery school processes have been kind of a little bit behind the scenes, and with more of the, sent from generation to generation. So the importance of that is that the Mayan system is really doing a number of things for people, but mainly as an initiation, it essentially connects the person back to their soul blueprint. In other words, back to the connection with their, what is called the galactic imprint or their cosmic imprint. And by having that in place, it's a way for them to be then more connected to living their lives in a more fulfilled way, I guess, with their full potential.
Yeah. Beautiful. And also your singing bowls, because I know you're a sound healer and you do all kinds of things with that. So tell us a little bit about that, because look, they are a truly awesome set of singing bowls. I've seen them, and I'm actually getting Elhoisa to do some recordings for my sound therapy and light thing. So just tell us a little bit about those, because you've got some beautiful ones. I know you couldn't bring them all here, and
not today. Yeah, well, it's very hard to do two different things. I mean, these are two different vehicles that I use. The Mayan alchemy essentially works with time and reconnecting people back to natural time frequency. Because at present most of humanity is still stuck on mechanical time frequency, and what that is doing for most people is keeping them stuck in a mechanical linear thinking. So the Mayan system is really about unplugging people back from mechanical time frequency into natural time frequency, and the Mayan readings partly do that as an initiation process, and obviously then working with the calendar does the other part of it. With my singing bowls or my sound, that's the part that I've been doing for the longest. In other words, I started about 27 years ago, and eventually it evolved into the sound healing, most specifically working with 432 hertz harmonic of light, which that frequency. I do use two different alchemy series. They are both infused with precious metals and gemstones. So the first series has got mostly things like amethyst and rose quartz and a number of other crystals. They are alchemy bowls, meaning that playing them creates different types of the spectrum of sound is much larger than your normal quartz ones. And then the other series is 24 karat gold, and that essentially starts emanating what we call the gold frequency, which helps people to realign with their gold crystalline grid. It's DNA activator, and it really starts triggering the memory within the DNA, within the body system, to start awakening the higher intelligence within human beings so that they can step up. So yes, I do use these two tools. However, they're not the only tools that I use. I also use my voice, and I have been for many years. I do sound baths with them and run events, essentially educating people the physics of sound and getting them to understand how sound and vibration has an effect on consciousness, and also how specifically 432 hertz realigns the left and right brain hemispheres, but also, like I said, triggers molecular, cellular molecular and DNA reactivation. Of course, it's a very beautiful space to come into. So at an educational, the educational part of it really is to get people to understand how sound affects consciousness, but also well-being, because a lot of people aren't really aware that sound is the matrix of life itself, and everything that we are is essentially sound vibration. So,
beautiful. So, Pete, I know you've got a number of CDs of your beautiful singing and music and singing bowls and all that. So where can people find you? That's what we want to know, is where can you get the stuff that Elhoisa does?
Okay,
where can they find
shortly back on my website, I do have one. It's elhoisak'inan.com. It's being revamped. Well, every now and again we go through recalibration, so we have to reinvent ourselves in the sense to reflect more of who we are. So yes, that's being reconstructed at the moment. Essentially, it's elhoisak'inan.com once it's ready. Otherwise, they can contact me directly, because find me on Facebook, Elhoisa. I've got a Facebook page, which is Elhoisa K'Inan.
And
that's,
we'll put links in that below so
Yeah,
people
if you
can
don't
find you
mind. That's
easily.
great.
Yeah, all good. Elhoisa, thank you, and it's so lovely,
Thank you.
lovely to have you here, and thank you for coming.